Welcome, wrestling fans here. This is the UWF. I am Herb Abrams. I am your host, and joining me in the broadcast booth is the one and only Bruno Sammartino, the living legend himself. Fury Hour tonight, Bruno. We've got some tremendous action coming your way with just the very best in professional wrestling.
I'll tell you right now, I'm looking forward to some of these matches tonight. We're going to see the Wild Thing, Stevie Ray, later tonight. He's very exciting indeed.
That's right, the Wild Thing will be in action. We're also going to see Sid Vicious one-on-one. He made his appearance a week ago. Dr. Death Steve Williams and plenty more right here, UWF. This is Fury Hour. Kicking things off, tag team action, and there are our tag team champions, the Killer Bees.
Jumpin' Jim Rosell, I've known this guy for a really long time, along with D. Brian Blair. It's one of the most tremendous tag teams of all time. I've always been very impressed with these two gentlemen and the way they conduct themselves in the ring. They are a class act, and they're a very good representation here for the UWF when it comes to the tag team championship scene.
All right, bell sounds actually underway. Here we go. Tavish Noon, the journeyman wrestler, getting it in there. With B. Brian Blair getting some early shots in on him as well, Bruno.
Well, I'll say right now, when it comes to the Tavish Noon and the Assassin, these are guys that have been around a very long time. They've got a lot of experience out in the wrestling world. Both capable of wrestling very scientifically, but most of the time choosing not to.
Already a 2 count. This is ridiculous. I can't believe what we're seeing early on from Tavish Noon here against Brian Blair, and the tag team champions suddenly not looking like champions right now.
They're not off to a great start, but it's early in the match and a lot of time yet to happen in this one, and knowing that the Killer Bees are as good as they are, I think they're going to be all right. I think they'll make a good return here. They just have to, at some point in time, they have to break this momentum up, because right now, even though those titles aren't on the line, you know, the Assassin is looking pretty good. And that's not a good thing if you're Brian Blair, but there you go.
Well, the Assassin that time missing the mark. But not that time, that headbutt connecting. And there's been a lot of controversy about that headgear of his.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of guys in the locker room, and they seem to believe that perhaps, you know, not saying for sure, but perhaps the Assassin maybe has a little something going on underneath that mask that he's using as a weapon. It hasn't been proven yet. Nice drop kick right there by Blair.
And now we've got a tag to Brunzell, our first chance to look at him in action here tonight. Nice power slam right there by Jumpin' Jim Brunzell.
I'll tell you something right now, when it comes to Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, you have never seen a better drop kick in your entire life than the one he can drop. He puts a lot of people down with that drop kick when he hits with you, I can tell you.
The Assassin right now once again bouncing Brunzell's head off the mat. Back elbow follows it up now. Another back elbow. Irish whip to the ropes. Comes back with a big back body drop, and now the Assassin in trouble.
Yeah, this is the point I was making early on. I knew eventually he was going to turn the momentum around, and the Killer Bees now starting to look like the tag team champions that they are.
Double shoulder block, nicely done by the champions, and Brian Blair taking over. Big right hands to the head of the Assassin. Now you would think if there's some sort of a steel plate or a foreign object in that mask, that Brian Blair's hand would probably be broken right now.
But, you know, the claims have been that maybe it's not in the mask at the whole time, you know, that he kind of places it in there right when he needs it. And that would also explain situations like that. But again, this is all speculation. We really don't know for sure. We can't say.
Blair back into the ring, and Tavish Noon with a big roundhouse right. Taking Blair down, and look at this. Tavish now going to the amateur style. Oh, and he just slapped him across the back of the head. Can you believe this guy?
Yeah, I'd be real careful about Tavish Noon because, yes, he's a wily veteran and he knows his way in and out of the ring, no doubt. But I don't know that you want to make Brian Blair mad at you is all I'm saying.
Blair draped over that middle rope, and now Tavish Noon just almost took his head off his shoulders using that rope. And now going for the cover on Blair, who's right next to the ropes. Kicks out, though.
You can see right there, Brunzell reaching for the tag. Good tag made right there, and Brunzell got to give his partner a break.
Clothesline, and Tavish Noon thought he was going to follow it up. Small package by Brunzell.
Yeah, wasn't even able to hold him out for a one count, though. Tavish Noon is still in pretty good shape here right now in the match, and now Brunzell has him. Looks like a backbreaker, almost like a torture rack, and too close to the ropes, though, and that was the thing that saved Tavish Noon right there.
You talk about Brunzell, this is not the first time he's been part of a tremendous tag team. It's not the first time he's held tag team gold. Of course, he and Greg Gagne, the AWA, very, very successful there as a tag team as well.
Yeah, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell really has been, in my opinion, best summed up as a tag team wrestler. There's nothing wrong with that. He specializes in that form of wrestling. He's very, very good at it, and he's always made the best of his opportunities. But that's what he's doing right here, right now, as far as I can see.
The Assassin going after the face of Brunzell. Brunzell managing to get out of that. Here's the Irish whip to the ropes. Big elbow right to the face. Oh, what a nice move right there by Brunzell. Kicked him right upside the head.
Brunzell knows his way around the squirt hook, no doubt about that. Big clothesline right there. Just put the Assassin onto the floor.
Assassin taking advantage of Brunzell, who was acknowledging the fans, and now Brunzell looking to make the tag. The Assassin not going to allow it. Oh, what a move by Brunzell right there again with that spinning kick to the face. Brunzell walking the Assassin around. Power slam.
Yeah, but here's a smart thing Brunzell just did. He didn't just power slam him. Where did he power slam him? In his corner. This way, when Blair comes in, he has the advantage right off the bat, and look at it.
Referee got caught up, but then the Assassin pays the price. Beat Brian Blair on the apron, and he wants him on his feet. What's he got in mind? Oh, he went for that kick, but he missed the target. Now what's going on? Blair has him up against the ropes. Clothesline! And just like that, the Assassin tumbling out to the floor.
Yeah, Blair and Brunzell right now have really gotten into their groove. And you can see that their confidence is going on and on as this match continues. You're not the tag team champions for no reason. You got to be doing something right to be there.
A lot of teams going to be eyeing those tag team titles. Nice move right there by Brunzell. Save had to be made by Tavish Noon. And now he is the target. A jumping Jim Brunzell has him up in the air. Drops his throat first across the top rope.
Yeah, Brunzell right now effectively taking on both opponents and doing very, very well for himself. Showing he can handle not one but both men, and not too many people can do that.
Atomic knee drop, really well done right there. Here's the Irish whip into the turnbuckle now. Tavish Noon, crucifix, take him down. Off the top rope. What is he doing here? Big splash. Tavish Newton's not even a legal man in the ring.
Yeah, but at the same time, that allowed the assassin #1 to recover, #2 to take advantage of John Brazil.
Save made right there by B. Brian Blair.
Oh, tremendous move right there by the assassin with a kick right upside the head.
Tag made. B. Brian Blair, the legal man, the assassin out on the floor, and he's not looking too good. Want to welcome everyone joining us here for the UWF Power Hour live on the Nation Network. We got Big JH in the house. William Weir is here along with William Perkins. Welcome one and all.
Nice move right there by Brian Blair to pull him into the corner.
Oh, Blair with a tremendous crossbody. That might be enough. Let's see. Shoulders are down. He got him.
Wow, I tell you right now, this is a big victory for the tag team champions, proving exactly why they are the tag team champions. They look like $1 million out there, no two ways about it.
I'll say this, Tavish Noonan and the Assassin both had their opportunities as well, and they both looked really good at times, but not as good as the tag team champions.
Take a look at that move right there. Nice amateur move right there by Jumpin' Jim Riddell. Almost got him the win right there. And look at him, taking on not one but both opponents, and did very, very well for himself.
Referee using a lot of leeway here because easily could have disqualified them for not clearing the ring. Tavish Newton was in there well over a 5 count.
The name of the game is tag team wrestling, and as far as I'm concerned, there's probably nobody out there better right now than the Killer Bees. They very much impress me every time I see them in the ring, and tonight is no exception.
Take a look at this, the one that put it away. Nice move by Blair. Cross body off the top rope, and there's the 1, the 2, and the 3.
We know there are a lot of tag teams in the world right now that are watching this match, and they're going to be targeting these two men for those titles.
Indeed. We'll be back with more of the Fury Hour in a moment.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you?
All right, wrestling fans, we are back ready for more action here. This is UWF Wrestling.
From Norman, Oklahoma, weighing in at 274 pounds, Dr. Steve Williams.
In the recent championship tournament that we had, a lot of people thought, I thought even myself, that we were going to see Dr. Steve Williams walk away with the championship. Wasn't meant to be, at least not yet. But we know he's one of the top contenders for the gold here in the UWF, and it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, before he has that championship belt around his waist.
Can't take anything away from Dr. Death. He is the real deal when it comes to professional wrestling here in the UWF.
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 235 pounds, Ace Cowboy Bob Orton.
The Ace Cowboy Bob Orton making his way down the aisle. No love lost between him and Dr. Death Steve Williams, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, there's been times in their careers where perhaps they would see eye to eye, but now is definitely not one of them. They have definitely been on opposite sides. You know, this Cowboy Bob Orton, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've been around him in the past. I've been in the ring with him in the past. And I don't necessarily have to like the man to be able to say I appreciate him. He's a very talented second-generation wrestler. He very much knows the game of professional wrestling, and he's very good at executing in the ring when he puts his mind to it. But a lot of times he just does things that he doesn't need to do. Takes a lot of shortcuts, and I never respect that about anybody that does it.
From Bob Orton's point of view, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's had a lot of success with the style of wrestling that you're talking about, and I don't condone his actions either. And I dare say majority of these fans don't either.
All right, now Dr. Steve Williams really looking good out there. The power on display with that headlock, and he can really do some damage. Normally, you're never going to see somebody get beat with a headlock, and that won't be any different in this one. But boy, look at how much he's putting on that. He is really putting pressure on the head, on the neck of Bob Orton, and that is definitely going to have a lingering effect.
The power of Dr. Death Steve Williams. I mean, I don't know too many guys as strong as him.
I'm not sure there's anyone in this locker room as strong as Dr. Death Steve Williams. And when you think about what we've got in this locker room, that's saying quite a bit.
You got the Olympic strongman, Ken Patera. That might be the only one that I can think of that could really match strength and power with Dr. Death Steve Williams.
That'd be a very interesting matchup indeed. I would pay to see that one.
Belly to back suplex, and just like that, Ace driven into the mat. Dr. Death Steve Williams go for the cover. Both of these men want one thing, and that is a shot at the heavyweight championship or the television championship.
And who knows, maybe they'll join forces, go after the Killer Bees in the tag team championship.
Could happen. You never know.
I just want to take a moment to say shout out and hello to Andrew Roberts joining us here on the Nation Network.
UWF Fury Hour at its finest. Nice drop down. Dr. Death Steve Williams with a body blast, and down goes Ace Cowboy Bob Orton.
Dr. Steve Williams now from that top rope. Let's see if he can get. Oh, wow. He did a tremendous job of connecting with that clothesline. Almost took the head of Ace Cowboy Bob Orton right off his shoulders.
Double stomp, and now Doc is in control.
Oh, it was a nice headbutt right there by Cowboy Bob Orton, and that's not something that we normally see him do. You know, we take a look at the left arm of Cowboy Bob Orton. He's got that cast on there. He's had the longest lasting injury of anyone in professional wrestling history. I'd be very, very curious to see X-ray of that arm with the cast on. Leave the cast on it, because I've got a funny feeling there's something going on inside that cast as well.
Well, he does have medical clearance to wear that on his arm. He was injured a number of years ago. And it is his claim in order to be able to compete, he has to wear that spine buster here on the ringside floor. Coming to you live right now, ladies and gentlemen, from the downtown Los Angeles Sports Arena. Dr. Death now deadlifts him off the canvas. Look at this. Power bomb, shoulders down, and Dr. Death's going to put him away. Yes!
A very big victory right there for Dr. Death Steve Williams, which will go a long way. Oh, wait just a moment.
Talking about championship gold. Bam Bam Terry Gordy, the television champion, making his way to the ring.
I'll tell you right now, this is a matchup right here I would definitely pay to see.
Well, we'll be seeing this in the near future. You can bet on it. We'll be back.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Spice beef. Spice. Little excitement. Step into a Slim Jim. Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah.
Well, when we need a little excitement, we come right here to UWF Wrestling.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from West Memphis, Arkansas, weighing in at 319 pounds.
I'll tell you, we just saw that face-off between Bam Bam Terry Gordy and Dr. Death Steve Williams. I very much would love to see a match between these two guys.
We take a look at the man who rules the world, Sid Vicious, as he heads down the aisle.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I can imagine having to get into the ring knowing you're going to wrestle this guy. It's bad enough on paper, but then when you're actually physically in the ring with him and you turn around, you see 7 foot plus, near 300 pounds of this man. Look at him step over the top rope with ease. He makes it look easy. That when you're that big, you shouldn't be able to do the things that he can do, but he can do a lot in that ring. I've seen it before.
There's nothing like Sid Vicious, ladies and gentlemen. When you talk about one of a kind, that's what you're looking at right there.
I feel a little bit bad for his opponent tonight. It's Barry Horowitz. I don't know if he understands what he's just got himself into, but he's going to find out pretty quickly.
Shoots him off the ropes. Nice drop down again. The big man doing things that big men aren't supposed to do. Back elbow. Another back elbow.
You know, just looking at the two of them in the ring, and you know, Barry Horowitz is not the smallest guy in professional wrestling, but he almost looks like one of the midget wrestlers in there.
A lot of people would put their money on Sid Vicious to becoming the world champion here at the UWF. I would not bet against him.
No, you'd be crazy to bet against this man because he is absolutely a force to be reckoned with. He is a force of nature. He is real big, real bad, real tough, and you can see, look at him, just throwing him around as if he were a bag of potatoes.
Rake of the face. Now, if you didn't know before where the name Vicious comes from, off the ropes, Barry Horowitz coming up with a shot to the midsection.
Well, Barry gonna try and make a little bit of a fight out of this if he can, but at the same time, I think all you're doing really is you're just poking the bear.
Arm drag nicely done. Rings it out there. And now Psycho Sid. Sid Vicious. Call him what you will. At one point in time, he was Sid Justice. Now look at this. Referee getting caught up in the action. Oh, Barry Horowitz slipping down the back of Sid and chop block to the knee.
That was a good move right there by Horowitz, but boy, all he did was agitate the big man, and now look what's happening. Now you're paying the price.
Whenever you had to get in the ring with one of the big guys, did you have a certain strategy that you would go to?
I was not necessarily the biggest guy in the ring at all times. But I can tell you this right now, if I was going to have to wrestle a guy like Sid, first I would make sure I pay up my insurance. After that, I'm going to try and take out the legs. I'm going to get the man off his feet as fast as I possibly can, and then I'm going to work his legs as much as I can. If you take that base away from him, he's not going to be the same monster he is right now. We saw that one-handed choke slam he just hit Barry Horowitz with.
He's going to go for the pin. That might be enough to get him the victory. It is. Even with the extra time that it took by repositioning Horowitz, you know what? Horowitz may have just said, I'm done.
Yeah, as you take a look back at some of these highlights there, it's all pretty much going to be Psycho Sid Vicious. There's a choke slam right there. That's what ended the match.
Here is your winner.
Big victory for that man, and I gotta believe a title match is in his future. We'll be back with our main event. Wild Thing in action. Stay with us.
Here at Cracker Barrel, we value diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's why we are going one step further to ruin our brand. We are investing millions of dollars into replacing all of brown pegs in the peg game to bright, colorful pegs. Also, we're changing the rules. The white pegs are not allowed to move or jump anymore, leaving the colored pegs to do whatever they want. We call it Down with the Cracker. It's about being fair in an unfair world. Are you down with the cracker?
All right, fans, we are back. It is time for our main event. This is going to be a big one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Boynton Beach, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds. Wild Thing, Steve E. Ray.
That's Wild Thing Stevie Ray, I'll tell you. I've been impressed with him. Watching him week after week, he gets a little bit better. He's a rough and tough kind of guy. Don't judge a book by looking at the cover.
Yeah, in the business, there is a term used, and a lot of times you'll hear it, that a guy is a stiff worker. Well, I got news for you. This man is stiff. He will hit you with everything, including the kitchen sink.
Yeah, from my era, I would say this is the kind of guy who will give as good as he gets. In many cases, he gives a little bit more. Now, I'm not sure he'll have that type of success here tonight because he's going to be tested. Big Russian guy coming out here in just a couple of minutes to go one-on-one with him.
Once again, we welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. This is the UWF Fury Hour.
And his opponent from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 254 pounds, born
This is Boris Zukov. I'll tell you, another guy I've been around a little bit. Only got to be in the ring with him 1 or 2 times, I think, and he's very, very powerful, man. I mean, you look at him and you can understand that he's got strength to him, but it's misleading because I believe he's even more powerful than he looks.
Dare say he's going to have the power advantage in this match.
Yeah, he'll definitely have the size and strength advantage, but at the same time, you've got Wild Thing Stevie Ray here, who's got a very good agility base to him, and if he uses that speed to his advantage, he can overcome the power pretty easily. With Zukov, he's more of a one-trick pony kind of thing. You know, he's going to wear you down, he's going to beat you down, he's going to grind you down if you let him.
Oh, to your point right there. Stevie Ray just thrown out, awkwardly landing on the floor.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. Zukov is just grinding on him, he's beating on him, he's using the apron, he's throwing him over the rope to the floor. There's nothing scientific about what he's doing here, and he does not care if he hurts his opponent. Matter of fact, that's what he likes to do.
Well, you call this one right off the gate. He is choking him out, and Stevie Ray maybe not realizing exactly what life is like when your opponent is Boris Zukov.
Well, he's going to find out very quickly. He's already found out. Now the question is, how does he adjust to this?
Up to this point, Zukov looks like he should be a world champion. Oh, what a move right there. Wild Thing coming off the middle rope with a springboard and into a splash.
So now that's the advantage he has right there. You're never going to see Boris Zukov do something like that. And the impact from that maneuver is so tremendous. Nice move right there. Now all of a sudden the Wild Thing's starting to catch fire perhaps.
Irish whip brings him up, knee, and a spinning kick to the back of the head. And suddenly Boris Zukov not doing so well.
Stevie Ray is doing a very smart job right now. Ever since getting the momentum, he's hanging on to it. Oh, take a look at this.
Variation of the Cobra Clutch has that on there, but the strength and power of Boris Zukov, he's able to just get right out of there.
And normally I would say there's a counter hold for every hold, but with Boris Zukov, he's not worried about counter hold. He's just power right out of it. And he can. You know, no fault to him if you know how to just power out and do it.
Wild Thing chomping away, using those kicks to break him down, and this is the point you made earlier with Sid. He's been attacking the legs of Boris Zukov, trying to chop the monster down to size, and it's working.
Yeah, it is pretty much a very foolproof method. And again, if I'm going against a guy who's big and powerful like that, the first thing I want to do is take away his base.
Thank you once again, everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. Dookie Wilkos, how you been? Wild Thing Stevie Ray with those kicks right to the ribcage.
Yeah, he had a lot of power behind those kicks as well, and he could have easily cracked the rib with that one. Oh, boy.
Big punch to the head. Not that you could miss that target. He busted him open.
Yeah, Boris Zukov right now is bleeding, and Stevie Ray on fire.
He spears the Russian, gets a 2 count. He gets a win. Holy cow. Wait a minute. Bam Bam Bigelow. What the hell? Fans, we'll see you next week. So long.